I used to think my life was simple. Did you eat? Emily asked, leaning against the kitchen counter. Not yet, I said. I was waiting for you, she smiled. You always do. I like eating together, I replied. It feels right, she laughed softly. You're sweet. That word mattered to me. Sweet meant safe. Sweet meant chosen. Ryan texted me while I chopped vegetables. Ryan? Still alive over there? I typed back. Cooking with Emily. Emily glanced at my phone. Ryan again? Yeah, I said. He thinks relationships are a myth. She rolled her eyes. That's because he's scared. He says I'm the one scared, I replied. She walked over and wrapped her arms around me. You're not scared. You're loyal. I leaned into her. I am. That was the truth back then. Dinner was quiet but comfortable. It's a kind of silence you don't rush to fill. So, she said, poking at her food, my phone might die. Later. Oh, I said. Did you forget to charge it again? Yeah, she replied quickly. Busy day. You've been busy a lot lately, I said, trying to sound casual. She smiled without looking up. Work's been crazy. Lucas. Still stressing everyone out? I asked. Her fork paused for half a second. He's fine, she said. Just annoying. Everyone at your office sounds annoying, I joked. She laughed, but it felt late. Like it arrived after the moment passed. Later that night, we sat on the couch. Her phone buzzed. She turned the screen down instantly. Everything okay? I asked. Yeah, she said. Just group chat stuff. I nodded. Always nodded. Ryan called. Put him on speaker, Emily said. I did, man. Ryan said. You alive? Or did she finally lock you down? Emily laughed. I feed him. Counts. Blink twice if you need help, Ryan joked. I'm good, I said. Really good. You always say that, he replied. Just don't disappear. I won't, I promised. After the call, Emily stood up. I need to shower. Want company? I asked. She smiled, then hesitated. Maybe tomorrow. Okay. I said. The bathroom door closed. Her phone was still on the couch. It buzzed again. I didn't touch it. I never touched it. But the name flashed on the screen. Lucas, I stared at it longer than I should have. The shower stopped. She came out, towel around her hair. Everything okay? She asked. Yeah, I said. Your phone lit up. Oh, she said quickly, grabbing it. It's probably work. She walked into the bedroom and shut the door. I sat there alone. Ryan's words echoed. Just don't disappear. I shook my head. You're overthinking, I whispered to myself. Emily came back out dressed, scrolling through her phone. Who? Were you texting? I asked. She looked up, surprised. No one important. Oh, I said. Okay. She leaned down and kissed my forehead. You trust me, right? Of course, I said without hesitation. Good, she replied. I love that about you. I love that about me too. We went to bed. She fell asleep fast. I didn't single quotes. Her phone buzzed again, on the nightstand. Once, twice. I turned away. Minutes later, I heard her whisper. Yeah, she said softly. I froze. She thought I was asleep. I miss you too, she whispered. My chest tightened. But I stayed still. I can't talk long, she continued. He's right here. Silence. Then a quiet laugh. No, she said. He has no idea. That was the moment. Not loud, not dramatic, just sharp. She ended the call and placed the phone down carefully. I stared at the ceiling, my heart beating in my ears. She turned toward me. You awake? Yeah, I said calmly. She smiled. Couldn't sleep either? No, I replied. She snuggled closer. I love you. I didn't say it back. Not because I didn't feel it, because something inside me had gone quiet. I lay there listening to her breathing, replaying every smile, every excuse, every nod. My world didn't explode. It folded. I didn't confront her. Didn't cry. I just went silent. And in that silence, The man I used to be started slipping away. Asterisk. I woke up before my alarm, staring at the ceiling like it might explain everything. Morning, Emily said, yawning beside me. Morning, I replied. She kissed my shoulder. You barely slept. I was just thinking, I said. About work. She asked quickly. Yeah, I lied. She smiled, relieved. Same. This week is exhausting. I nodded. Everything became exhausting when I needed excuses. At breakfast, she scrolled on her phone. Who's up so early? I asked. Group chat? She said, office stuff. Lucas again? I asked, keeping my tone light. She laughed. You're obsessed with him. I just hear his name a lot, I replied. That's because he talks too much, she said. Don't worry about it. I'm not, I said. That was my first lie of the day. Ryan called while I was driving to work. You sound dead, he said. I'm tired, I replied. You always say that now. Life gets busy, I said. There was a pause. You sure everything's okay with Emily? Yes. I answered too fast. Why? I don't know, he said carefully. You've been quiet. I'm fine, I repeated. You don't have to convince me, he said. Just don't lie to yourself. I'm not, I snapped. Silence. All right, he said softly. I'm here if you need me. I won't, I said, but thanks. At work, I laughed when people joked. I answered emails, pretended. Sarah leaned over the divider. You okay? Yeah, I said. Why? You look like you're somewhere else, she replied, just tired. I said again. That word carried me through everything that night. Emily came home late. Traffic was awful, she said, dropping her bag. You didn't text? I replied. Phone died, she said, without missing a beat. I nodded, always nodding. She leaned against the counter. You're quiet. I'm just listening, I said. To what? To you, I replied. She smiled. You're sweet. That word again. Sweet meant blind. We ate dinner. She laughed at something on her phone. What's funny? I asked. Lucas sent a meme. She said I felt something twist. You talk a lot. He sits near me. She shrugged. It's nothing. If it's nothing, why does it feel like something? I asked. She frowned. Are you accusing me of something? No, I said quickly. I'm just tired. She studied me. You trust me, right? Yes. She relaxed instantly. Good, because I don't want drama. I don't either, I replied. Later, I lay awake while she slept. My thoughts ran in circles. You misunderstood. People joke, phones buzz. You imagined it. I stared at the clock until my eyes burned. The next day, Ryan showed up at my place unannounced. You look terrible, he said. I didn't ask for a review, I replied. He sat across from me. Talk to me. There's nothing to say, I said. That's never true, he replied. I crossed my arms. You don't like Emily? I like you, he said, and you look like you're drowning. I'm fine, I insisted. He sighed. If you say so, I do, I snapped. He stood. Just remember, pretending costs more than truth. After he left, I felt angry at him, at myself, at the silence. Emily called later. Can you pick me up? My ride canceled. Sure, I said. In the car, she talked nonstop. Lucas did this. Lucas said that. Lucas made everyone laugh. You mention him a lot, I said. She rolled her eyes. You're being weird. I'm not, I replied. I'm listening. She crossed her arms. You're imagining things? Maybe, I said quietly. At home. She went straight to the shower. Her phone buzzed on the couch. I stared at it. Didn't touch it. But I saw the name Lucas. Again, she came out smiling. What are you thinking about? As I said. She kissed my cheek. We're good. I nodded. That night, I stared at my reflection in the mirror. You're overreacting, I told myself. You're insecure. You're lucky she's with you. My chest felt heavy. I barely recognized the man looking back. Emily hugged me from behind. You okay? Yeah, I said. Promise, she asked. I promise, I replied, but my voice sounded distant, as she slept. I sat awake again, I replayed every moment, every excuse, every lie I accepted. Denial felt like hope, but hope was starting to hurt. And for the first time, I wondered if protecting this lie was destroying me instead. I didn't plan the conversation. It happened because silence stopped working. "Can we talk?" I asked Emily when she walked in. She sighed. "About what, I said. She dropped her bag. "I really don't have the energy for this." "I do," I replied. "I've been carrying it for days." She crossed her arms. "You're imagining things again." "Say his name," I said. She froze. "What?" "Say Lucas's name," I repeated. Her jaw tightened. "Why?" "Because I need to hear how easy it is for you," I said. She exhaled sharply. "Fine, Lucas." My chest burned, but my voice stayed calm. "Are you sleeping with him?" She laughed once, short and sharp. "Is that what this is?" "Yes," I said. "That's exactly what this is." She looked away. "You're being dramatic. Am I wrong?" I asked. Silence answered first. Then she said, "It wasn't planned." I nodded slowly. "So that's a yes." She rubbed her temples. "It didn't mean anything." The sentence landed harder than a scream. "Say it again," I said. "It didn't mean anything," she repeated, irritated. I felt something disconnect inside me. "Then what did I mean?" She looked at me, annoyed. "Why are you twisting this?" "I'm not," I replied. "I'm trying to understand how nothing replaced everything." "You're acting like I destroyed your life," she said. "You changed it," I replied, without asking. She shrugged. "People make mistakes." "Mistakes feel sorry," I said. "You sound bored?" she snapped. I said I didn't plan it, but you hit it, I replied. "You lied." She rolled her eyes. "Because I knew you'd react like this." "Like what?" I asked. Calm, she stared at me, cold. I nodded. "That's new for me." She sat down. "I didn't want to hurt you, but you did," I said. She waved her hand. "You're making it bigger than it is." That was the moment I stopped. "Trying, Emily?" I said quietly. "You cheated?" She didn't deny it. She didn't cry. She didn't apologize. She just said, "I don't want to fight. I'm not fighting," I replied. "I'm listening." She stood up. "I need air." "So do I said. She paused at the door. "Where is this going?" "I don't know," I answered honestly. She left. I sat alone, staring at the wall, replaying every word. At work the next day, Sarah noticed. "You look steady," she said. "I feel hollow," I replied. She nodded. "That's usually the start of clarity." "I don't want clarity," I said. "I want answers." "Sometimes answers don't heal," she replied. "They just confirm." Right. Later, Mark stopped by my desk. "Coffee?" he asked. "Sure," I said. We sat quietly before he spoke. "You look like a man who heard the truth," he said. "I did," I replied. And he asked. "She said it didn't mean anything." He smiled sadly. "That sentence ends a lot of things." "I didn't yell," I said. "I didn't beg." "Good," he replied. Dignity survives silence. That night, Emily came home. "We need to talk," she said. "I know," I replied. She sat across from me. "I don't want this to be a big thing. It already is," I said. She sighed. "I didn't mean to fall into it, but you stayed," I replied. She looked at me. "What do you want me to say?" "The truth," I said, without shrinking it. She hesitated. "I felt seen, and I didn't see you," I asked. She didn't answer. "I loved you," I said. She nodded. "I know." "That's worse," I replied. She frowned. "What now?" I stood up. "Now I leave." She blinked. "You're just walking away?" "Yes," I said. "No yelling?" She asked. "No," I replied. "No begging?" She pressed. "No," I said again. Her voice cracked. "You don't care?" I looked at her for a long moment. "I cared enough not to stay where I'm invisible." She stood. "You're making a mistake." "Maybe," I said, "but it's mine." I grabbed my jacket. "You'll regret this," she said. I paused at the door. I already regret staying silent for so long. She didn't follow me. I walked into the night alone. My phone buzzed. "Ryan, you okay?" I typed back. "I'm leaving." He he replied. I'm proud of you. I stopped on the sidewalk. Unsure of where to go, the relationship was over. The noise was gone, and for the first time, I didn't know who I was without her CHP, for I moved out on a Sunday morning with one suitcase and no plan. Mark watched me load my car. That's all you're taking, it's all I need, I said. He nodded. Good, less wait. The new place was small. One room. Thin walls. Quiet. Ryan helped me carry boxes. This sucks, he said. It's temporary, I replied. Everything is, he said. Even pain. The first night, the silence felt loud. You okay? Ryan asked before leaving. I will be, I said. He paused. Call me if you don't. I won't, I replied, and meant it. Money became numbers I counted twice. Rent, food, gas. I'd skipped dinners and called it discipline, Mark noticed. You're losing weight. Simplifying, I said. Don't starve to punish yourself, he replied. I'm not, I said. I'm learning limits. He studied me. Pain is energy. Decide where it goes. At night? Asked. When it's loud? Especially then, he said. At work, Sarah brought me coffee. You didn't ask, I said. You didn't have to, she replied. We sat quietly. I'm not broken, I said. I know, she replied. Broken people announce it. That helped more than advice. Emily didn't contact me at first. That hurt, then it did. Ryan mentioned her once. She's not doing great, I shrugged. I hope she's okay. He raised an eyebrow. That's it, I said. Another friend texted. She keeps asking about you. I didn't reply. Weeks passed. Mark met me every morning. Run, he said. I hate running, I replied. Good, he said. That means it works. Between breaths, I asked, does it get quieter? Yes. He said, if you don't chase the noise, stop checking my phone at night. Sleep came slowly, then stayed. One evening, Sarah asked, do you miss her? I thought before answering I miss who I was before doubt. That's honest, she said. I don't miss shrinking, I added. She smiled. Then you're healing. Emily's name came up again at a gathering. She looks tired. Someone said she's not herself, another added. I listened without reacting. Ryan whispered, you don't care? I care, I said. I'm just not involved. That felt like strength. Mark said, growth looks boring from the outside. It feels lonely, I replied. It's supposed to, he said. You're meeting yourself. I paid bills on time. I cooked simple meals. I showed up. One night, Emily finally texted, can we talk? I stared at the screen, then locked my phone. Not. Anger, not revenge. Choice. The dark didn't scare me anymore. It was teaching me how to stand alone. Emily texted me at 2:14 a.m. I miss you. Stared at the message until the screen dimmed. Another came through. You've changed. Then another. I don't recognize you anymore. I set my phone face down and went back to sleep. In the morning, Ryan called. She reached out to me, he said. I figured, I replied. She asked if you were seeing someone. I'm not, I said. She sounded panicked, he added. That's not my problem, I replied. You're cold, he said, half joking. I'm quiet. I corrected. That afternoon, Emily texted again. Can we talk? Just talk. I didn't. Reply, an hour later. I know. I messed up, still nothing. Then Lucas is gone. That one made me pause. Not because I cared, because it confirmed something. She wasn't lonely. She was exposed. Ryan saw her later that week. She cornered me, he said. Outside the cafe, what did she say? I asked. She asked why you won't answer, and I said, I told her the truth. I waited. She lost access, he said. That's what I told her. I nodded. Good, she cried. He added. I exhaled slowly. Did you feel bad? No, he said. She didn't when you were drowning. That night, Emily showed up at my building. I didn't buzz her in. She called. I watched the phone ring, then stop, then ring again. Finally, a voicemail. "I don't understand you," she said, voice shaking. "You used to fight for us." I listened. Once, then deleted it. The next day, Sarah noticed. "You're lighter," she said. "I stopped carrying things that aren't mine," I replied. She nodded. "That's rare." Emily tried again. "I miss us." I finally replied. "There is no us," she responded. Immediately. "So that's it?" "Yes," I typed after everything. "Because of everything," I replied. She sent a long message. Apologies. Explanations. Justifications. I didn't read past the first line, Ryan told me later. She asked why you hate her. "I don't," I said. "That confused her," he replied. "It should." I said, "Emily messaged one last time. I thought you'd always be here." I stared at the words, then answered, "I was. Until you weren't." No reply came after that. Days passed, then weeks. I heard through friends that she quit her job, that she wasn't sleeping, that she kept checking her phone. I didn't ask for updates. They came anyway. Mark smiled when I told. Karma doesn't announce itself," he said. "I didn't plan this," I replied. "You didn't have to," he said. Silence did the work. One evening, I ran into Emily by chance. She froze when she saw me. "You look good," she said quickly. "So do you," I replied, politely. "You're really done," she said. "Yes," I answered. She swallowed. "I thought you'd come back." "I thought you wouldn't leave," I said. She nodded slowly. "I lost you." "You let go?" I corrected. She reached for my arm, then stopped. "I don't get closure," she asked. I met her eyes. "This is it." She stepped back like the words hit her. I walked past without looking back. That was the moment. She understood. Not all losses scream. Some close quietly and they never reopen. CHP 6, I didn't wake up different one morning. Change came quietly, like breath returning. Mark watched me stretch after our run. "You're calmer." I stopped fighting myself. I said, "That's strength," he replied. "I thought strength was endurance," I said. "It is," he said, "but not endurance of disrespect." We sat on a bench, sweat cooling. "I used to think love meant sacrifice," I said. "It does," Mark replied. "Just not of dignity." That sentence stayed with me. At work, Sarah noticed it too. "You don't rush anymore," she said. "I don't need to," I replied. She smiled. "Peace looks good on you. Feels unfamiliar," I said. "It will," she replied. "You lived in noise." I laughed softly. I called it passion. Shh. Raised an eyebrow. Common mistake. My days became steady. Wake up, run, work, cook, sleep. No checking my phone every hour. No. Rehearsing arguments alone, no waiting. Ryan teased me. "You're boring now." "I'm consistent," I replied. He grinned. "That's worse." I heard about Emily without asking. "She saw you," Ryan said one night. "Where?" I asked. "Across the street from your place," he replied. "Didn't come over." I nodded. "Good." "She looks small," he added. "I don't need details." I said it wasn't anger, it was distance, Mark said. "Detachment isn't cruelty." "I know," I replied. "It's clarity." Weeks later, Emily finally asked for closure. She sent a message. "Can we talk one last time?" I waited before answering, then replied. "One time we met at a quiet cafe." She looked nervous. "You seem different," she said. "I am," I replied. She studied my face. "You don't look angry." "I'm not," I said. "That hurts more," she admitted. "I'm not trying to hurt you," I replied. She wrapped her hands around her cup. "I've thought about everything." "I'm sure," I said. She swallowed. I didn't realize what I had. "I did," I replied calmly. "That's not fair," she said, voice cracking. "You didn't fight." "I fought myself for months," I said. "I won't do it again." Tears filled her eyes. "I was scared, so was I replied. "I just didn't betray you because of it." She looked down. "I lost you." "Oh, yes," I said. She looked up. "Don't you feel anything?" "I feel peace," I answered. That broke her, she cried quietly, shoulders shaking. I sat still. I don't hate you, I said. But I don't belong to this story anymore. She wiped her face. I wish you'd yell. I already did, I replied. Inside, alone. She nodded slowly. I understand. I stood. Take care of yourself. You too, she whispered. I walked away without looking back. Later, Sarah asked, Did you get closure? I gave it, I replied. She smiled. That's growth. That night, I stood by my window, city lights steady. I wasn't weak. I was unaware. Now I knew who I was, and I didn't need to prove it to anyone. I didn't expect a final moment, but life offered one anyway. Ryan called me on a quiet evening. She asked about you again. I sighed. What did you say? That you're doing well, he replied. And that you're done. There was a pause. She cried. I know, I said. You don't feel anything? He asked. I feel finished, I replied. That night, Emily sent one last message. I finally understand. I stared at it for a long time, then I replied. Good. She didn't answer right away. Minutes passed, then hours. Finally, another message appeared. I thought your silence was punishment. I typed slowly it. WASN, single quotes, T dot, then disappeared. Then came her reply. Then what was it? I leaned back in my chair. Acceptance, I typed. No response came after that the next morning. Mark met me for coffee. You look settled, he said. I am, I replied. You don't look proud, he added. I don't need to, I said. This isn't a victory lap? He smiled. That's how I know you healed. At work, Sarah sat across from me during lunch. You're different from when I met you, she said. I hope so, I replied. You don't tense when your phone lights up anymore, she observed. I don't wait for ghosts, I said. She nodded. Good. Days moved forward without resistance. No drama, no explanations, just routine. I woke early. I ran. I worked. I rested. Peace became normal. Emily didn't disappear completely. I saw her once, across the street. She looked at me. I looked back. No anger. No. Longing, just distance. She didn't wave. Neither did I. That was enough later. Ryan joked, You know she tells people you changed her. I smiled faintly. I didn't try to. You didn't even react, he said. I reacted by choosing myself. I replied. That's brutal, he said. No, I corrected. It's honest. One evening I sat alone, thinking about who I used to be. The man who waited. The man who doubted. The man who mistook effort for love. I didn't hate him. He did the best he could with what he knew. But I outgrew him. Emily reached out one last time. It's not with blame, but clarity. I see now that you didn't abandon me, she wrote. You accepted reality. I read it once, then answered. I forgive you, she replied almost instantly. But you won't come back. No, typed. There was no argument, no plea, just silence. And this time, it stayed. Mark once told me closure isn't a conversation, it's a decision. I finally understood I didn't need her regret. I didn't need her apology. Didn't need her to understand fully. I needed myself standing in my apartment, lights low, city humming outside. I felt complete. Not happy all the time, not fearless, but whole. I didn't win by destroying her. I didn't win by proving anything. Won by no longer needing what broke me. Silence wasn't absence. It was strength earned, and it said everything.